Hello everybody, I promised you one more video for inside decorations for the journals. So here it is. I have prepared a couple of things. Let me show you. These are going to be these little fold-up boxes. I like to put origami in my journals because it's just a lot of fun and a little unexpected, I think, to have a box in a journal. So I glue this part down and it folds up super flat. And you can put little trinkets in there, like photos or a stamp or, you know, little tickets or some confetti, whatever, anything flat, you know, that's not too fat can go into these little boxes. So we're going to do one of these. I have this prepared for something else that I came up with while doing this journal. I show you what it's going to be. This little thing. I made this little thing and I really like it, and I'm going to show you how I did this. Some other ideas I had to put in journals are origami picture frames. You would basically just take your picture and stick it in here like so, under all four corners. Obviously you can stick, you know, anything in there. It doesn't have to be a picture. I just thought it would be kind of a fun thing to have in there. If you didn't want to just put it on a page, you could probably put double-sided sticky tape on the back and just put it in one of your little envelopes or tuck spots, and just, you know, put it in when you're actually working on your journal wherever you need the picture frame. But I just popped it in here. You can make, you know, tuck spots. This used to be a postcard I just cut out, some textured paper. What else is in here? I'll show you how to do these little fold-out thingies in just a second. I like these a lot. They're kind of fun. I put these things in here. It's just a pretty piece of paper. I think there was something printed on this page. It's from a magazine, and it had some writing right there that I didn't want to have there, so I just glued this over the top. It's a little fold-out journaling spot. I thought that turned out rather cute. And belly bands. Belly bands. It's just a pretty piece of paper that you can either glue top and bottom, or like I did, I put washi tape on here, and then it's really neat to just stick things that you know, don't want to lose. Pictures, postcards, tags, whatever, you know, can be held right there. So this is, I think, all I have in here. I don't have a, oh, I have this. I have this though. I have this. It's just a giant sticker. It's just a giant sticker that I put there that I really liked. I think I got it at the dollar store. And then, let me find this other thing. Here. So these are two pockets. There's one pocket right here. I glued this pretty paper that I made on here. And then there is this little pocket. It's a little piece of plastic that was something printed on. I got it at the thrift store. I'm pretty sure that scrapbooking stores are selling things like that. Or you might want to try and just print, you know, on plastic you have at home. I don't know how printers would work with this, or, you know, just stamp something on it. It's always fun to just play around and try things out. All right, let's get started. Let's make the little fold-out pockets first. So the way you do that, I made a star book, and I figured it kind of, these little, I had a couple of these little things left over that are in a star book, and then I figured I could just glue them in there. The way you make these is you fold it diagonally first. You have a square piece of paper. Mine are, let me see. Mine are, this one is 2.5 by 2.5, I think. Right around there. Fold it as precise as you can. That'll do. So you fold it diagonally like this first, and then you flip it over, and then you fold it in half like so, and you open it back up and you fold it in half like so. Okay, and then here are the diagonals. They kind of fold in, and then it just folds all in on itself, and you can kind of reinforce the fold lines a little so it lays nice and flat. You can stamp on this part right here, and you can glue this part into the journal right there, or again you can just pop some double-sided sticky tape on it and see, you know, where you want it while you're working on your journal. It will fold out like this, and you can journal just on here. You can stamp on there, make something pretty. You can put a little saying on it and pop it in your journal. That's kind of cute too. And you know, it's just depending on where you want it. You can pop it up here and it would, you know, fold out like this. You can put it really on the corner and it folds over the edge, or it all depends on how you glue it in. I have one in here. Where'd it go? Here. I'm going to stamp on it still, I think, or I don't know, make something interesting. It folds out like this. The bigger you make this square of paper, of course, the bigger is going to be your little journaling spot right here. You could just use it as a tuck spot for something, but there is that. I really kind of like these because they're kind of fun and they kind of go over the edges, so, and a little bit more interactive. All right, that's one. Now let's go get started on the these little guys, the little folding pockets. I really like those. So you need a piece of paper. It needs to be, I have my measurements right here, 23 centimeters by 8.8 centimeters. In inches, that is 9 1/16 by 3.5 roughly. And then you make a mark 4.7 centimeters in, which is 1/16 short of 2 inches. Okay? All right, so you grab this end of the paper and you fold it to the mark you made right here, like so. Make a good nice crease. You can use your bone folder if you have one, or just you know, just your ruler. Then unfold it and fold it to that fold that you just made, like so. And then you take the other side and you fold it to here, like that. And of course, the more precise you fold, the better it will be. You open that up, and hold on, I made a mistake. Okay, you fold it all the way to the end. I'm sorry, it's been a while since I made these. So you fold it all the way to the end. You fold it first to the mark you made at 1/16 short of 2 inches, and you fold it open, and you fold it to the fold that you just made, and then you take the other side that you haven't folded and fold it over to that fold, like so. Okay? And then you open that again, and you fold it to this fold that you just opened, like so. All right, and it looks like this. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4 equal folds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 equal bits, okay? And we're folding it in half now, like so. Oops, there we go. Now make sure that the open part is on the bottom. I'm gonna fold this again, just to have these creases done a little more creasy, I guess. There we go. Now you take this corner and you fold it onto that corner. Make sure that this edge is even with that fold right here. I don't know if you can see the fold. It's all right. So fold it like this. Come on. And again, the more precise you cut and fold, the easier it's going to be altogether. And then you take this corner right here and you fold it down here, okay, like so. I think I didn't cut it too precise. And then you take this corner and fold it down here. Basically, all these little squares that your folds made, you fold them in half, diagonally, like so. And one more time. Because see the folds, this is kind of a square where the fold is, and you want to fold all these this way in half, okay? I'm going to just fold this one up, because why not? All right, so it looks like this. It kind of wants to curl. Now we're opening it up, and you fold one of these triangles in, and then we close this back up. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Come on. There we go. Oh, come on. Here we go. Good enough. All right. Now, you're going to turn it around like this, and you stick this end in here where your triangle is cut, is tucked in. You can glue this. I usually glue it because, you know, it holds it. And I understand there's no gluing in origami, but honestly, whatever. I glue it because it makes life easier. There we go. Now it looks like this. I just stuck some washi tape on here right now. Now you want to take the insides and collapse them. And this is the tricky part, really. But once you have that, you're good. So you want to collapse that in. Like so. Come on. And it will collapse on itself. Once you have the right, you know, angle on all of this, it will collapse on itself. Don't force it. It will do it. It just needs a little, there we go, a little coercion. There we go. It'll all collapse down on itself like so. And you, if you folded it precisely, it'll, you know, it'll be a little easier. So this is what the inside looks like once it's all collapsed. You kind of want to really sharpen these folds a little more once it's down there so that it's nice and down. You can glue it down a little. These little flips, I flip them up, I put a little bit of glue down there and I stick them down. It just makes it neater for when you want to stick something in. And then the top just collapses. See, if you have it glued here, it's easier because it will collapse easier, like so. There you go. This is easier. I glued this one, so this part here does not come apart where I stuck that in, and that makes it easier to collapse it all. But this is, yeah, how it goes. And then I put glue on here and I stick it in one of my pages, and that's really kind of a neat thing. So I've made more of those collapsible things in different papers. You could put, you know, you could glue another paper on over the top, leave it a little, because then the outside would look like this, and that would be really pretty, I think, like that. Anyway, so let's move on to this little guy. I glued it in here, but you could just as well, you know, glue it to a little paper clip and then have it movable. But I wanted it to be a little tuck spot, so I could just take some of these and tuck them in here, you know. Or you could even put the box in there, or a photo, or, you know, look up other origami things, because there's so many neat and flat things that you could put in here. It's really, and, you know, just to watch other people fold paper is sometimes so much fun. So anyway, let's start here. I had these little things cut off when I cut some pages to size. Some of the coffee stained papers, I cut them to size, and these all came off because they had these round edges, and I didn't really want the round edges in here, so I cut the round edges off, and this was left over, and I thought they were really kind of cute, and I didn't want to throw them away, so I came up using them in this. I have a couple of different ones. I don't know if this goes with it. Yes, it does. A couple of different sizes. I just ripped them in half, really, like so. And then I took this little box where I have all kinds of pre-made things in here. You know, when I have a little bit of paper left that is just pretty and I don't really want to throw away, but it's not enough to make anything big out of it, then I just make these little things and I keep them in here. Different cuts, different sizes, all kinds of different papers. Or I punch out these little round things and I just keep them around because, you know, you never know when you need them. There are some heart punches in here, so it all goes in this little box right here. This there. And the way I made this is as follows. So I took one of the round bits and one of these. Actually, I have two of these, but I think I'm just gonna use one of these for this one. Also, always keep other packing materials. Like this came around my Pentalic watercolor journal, and I really like the way this paper looked. And you can always cut out things from these papers. I mean, the whole thing wasn't looking like that, but part of it was, and I really liked the way this paper looked. So I kept bits of it, the bits that were pretty. There we go. That would look kind of cute, I think. So now let's put this all together. You take one of these round bits, and mine are colored on the back from, I don't know, I did some watercolor experiment, I think, and so that's what came of it. And that's what I'm going to use for the back. And then I arrange these. I mean, you don't need them super long. Just make sure kind of, you know, to have them as long as you want them. You can even cut them skinnier if they're too fat. There we go. I think I'll make this shorter. And then, do I want this? Let's put this here. Maybe this long. And I just rip them. I mean, there's really no big deal. You know, don't waste your time measuring these things. They're just pretty little bits. See, this is ripping here anyway, so I might as well just go with the inevitable. And you just arrange them the way you think is pretty on here. I think I like this. So we take some glue. Oh, come on. We take some glue, and I pop some glue on here. And I stick these on the way I had them arranged. One. Oh, come on. There is that, and then you would glue this over the top, like so, and like so. Or you could maybe put this on an angle. Oh, look, I got glue everywhere. There, I think I want this a bit on an angle, like so. And then you take the second one. It could just be, you know, part of a, this is part of a, one of those cards. What are they called? They have lines on them. Anyway, I have a bit of a headache. I'm really sorry. You just pop some more glue on the back of this, and you stick it over the top. I kind of make sure that the little scalloped edges line up. There you have it. You could put some lace on under the second paper here, or you know, you could stick more things on top. You could, if you have, oh, where'd they go? Right here. I have a whole box of stickers. See, you could put A number 1. Let's put a number 1 on here. Okay, put a number 1 right here. Or a heart, or you can write, I don't know, I love you, or best wishes, or congratulations, or I don't know, whatever you want, you know. And I think they're like super cool. They're so cute. They make me happy. You can get a paper clip, and you can stick it under this before you glue everything together. You can stick it under this, and then there would be basically this over the top, like so. Oh, come on. And then you made this into a paper clip, and you can pop it onto, or you can really, honestly, I don't mind seeing the paper clip, so you could just glue it on here, and you can clip it onto the pages that you want to use it, like a bookmark, or, you know, and I just think they're so kind of cute with the little fringe down there. You could use just embroidery floss if you don't want to cut the paper, you know, if you don't want to be bothered with that. I had it left over, like I said. I trimmed the edges of the paper pages for the book, and I just really like the way that these came out, and you know, well, there you have it. So there's a little embellishment that you can do for your little books that I came up with the other day. Have fun, look around, do some looking on YouTube for different origami things that you can put into your journals. I have tried these things. It's called paper casting. A lot of people do it with toilet paper, which this is. I'm going to see if I can make some paper pulp with my junk mail and use that instead, because I'm rather into recycling, as you all know. So this is that. I'm going to put the ephemera kit together and finish that up, because I started putting that together already. So I'm going to finish putting that together. This is going to be a part of it, and I'm going to post a picture of that on my Instagram, and then I will give you until the end of March 2019 to post the photos with the hashtag Sidewalk Pirate Journal along, and I'm going to give away that ephemera kit among all the people that use the hashtag. I'm so sorry, I have a really bad headache. Anyway, so here's the video. Here are a couple of ideas that you can do for in your journals. Have fun, show me what you come up with, and we'll talk later, okay? Bye-bye.